What's up everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we began our brand new adventure, and well, in this episode, we have some things here to do on the Great Plateau still. So, let's get started. Alright, so, we've completed 2 shrines so far, and, well, in this episode, there are 2 more shrines left to get. One right up there. Oops, there's an enemy here. Take him out, there we go, and we can grab and we can't grab anything. We don't have enough room for the bows. Wow, we actually have a lot of Boko bows. Yeah, we probably should just leave that alone then. So, we do have 2 more shrines to collect. Both of them being up there in the, kind of snowy region of the Great Plateau, and, if you check down in the bottom right corner of your, screen there, you'll see that, there is a temperature gauge along with the time, the weather, and your footstep sounds. So the weather meter will tick over into that blue section, and it will actually cause Link to start freezing and take damage, and eventually, if you don't solve your problem of being too cold, Link will die. So alright, so here's a Bokoblin camp, and one thing that we can actually do here is if you look right up there, there's a beehive, so we can actually take out our bow and arrow, shoot that beehive, wake these guys up, and get them to be chased by the bees, and the bees will actually attack them. And we can... Oh. He saw me. Alright, I'll take him out then. And he's gone. Pretty sweet. And we also have this beehive to collect. Coarser bee honey. That's what it's called, but it's basically just part of a beehive, and he's still running away from those guys. Alright, buddy, come here. And I think they're just gonna disappear, maybe? Yeah, they just kind of dissipate and disappear. So while we're out here, there should be a hut around here. Actually, maybe right here. Just over this hill. Actually, yeah, there it is in the corner. I want this, those apples, please. Okay. Maybe? Thanks. Alright, and also here's a mushroom right here. If we climb up here, it's a new type of mushroom. This is a rushroom. It'll temporarily increase our movement speed when we cook it with something, which is, pretty sweet. And, here's a little hut. It's actually the, old man's hut. And we also have another new mushroom called the Stamella Shroom. Pretty sweet. And there's also some fireflies around here that we can collect if we're careful and sneak up on them. You have to just get really close. Let's see how close we can get. Probably not close enough. Come on, buddy. There we go, sunset firefly. And the old man is probably just going to be asleep inside. And this is a pot lid for shields. Not that we need it because we have a Boko shield, but you get the point. And here it seems to be the old man's diary. So let's say we invade some privacy and read it. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today, I outdid myself. Truly, I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, even when traveling in the snowy mountains. Hey, we're gonna travel in the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer have the need of the itchy warm doublet. Let's read some more. I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. I know it contained raw meat and spicy pepper. However, I simply cannot remember what else I used. My age is catching up to me. Let's read a little more. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I have only my own knowledge and memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems that such a miraculous wish will ever be fulfilled. Alrighty then, so he said he has a warm doublet, and also this is a spicy pepper, so that's one ingredient of his little dish that he made. I don't want to wake him up, but he said he would give us a warm doublet, which will keep us warm in those cold temperatures. So this game involves a very important mechanic called cooking. Really, I mean, the game is big on you cooking your own meals for health, stamina, different things like that. So, and it's not too hard to create any one specific like meal. Like as long as you have, if you think something's gonna work well in like a food, it's probably gonna work well. So there's no need to like worry about it too much. You should almost never have a recipe fail on you unless it's just like random stuff being thrown together. And I actually want to swap to my traveler's sword again, and be careful on this while we work our way across. And definitely want to try to avoid these guys. Oh, and they saw me, so there is no avoiding them. And there's an acorn, so come here, buddy. This is a new item. It's a Boko Spear. It's pretty weak, actually. It may actually be stronger than anything that we have. No, not really. We have 2 traveler swords. I didn't even realize. Yeah, let's keep the torch. We'll just leave it alone for now. So here are some cracked rocks, and just like in any Zelda game, if you see cracked rocks, throw a bomb by it, not a ROM, and blow it up, and you'll find treasure behind it. And inside this chest, we have fire arrows. Pretty sweet. So, I believe that's our first kind of arrow that we collected fire arrows in the last episode. How could I forget? But there's also ice arrows, and there's also bomb arrows, all which, of course, by the name you can probably tell what they do. And like that, don't want to fall either. I'm gonna make sure we're careful. But like the name implies, the fire arrows set things on fire. The ice arrows freeze things, and the bomb arrows blow things up. So let's take this guy out with a... Oh, he got their attention. Oops. Alright, looks like we're fighting a bunch of these guys. So, let's get ready. I want to take out the archer for the, Alright, so... Someone's broke. So, if we throw it at him, we can perform a critical strike hit. And do some damage. You have a bow and arrow, I see. That's no match with my sword there, buddy. Sorry. And we got another chest. Pretty sweet. So let's climb up here and see what's inside. Actually, I believe I already know what's inside of this. It should be a throwing spear. Inventory's full. I think pretty powerful, so we'll just get rid of the Boko Club. Yeah, you'll be doing that a lot in this game. You'll be like throwing out items and things. Spears are also two-handed weapons that you can't use a shield with. But since they're so long distance, along with the double-handed swords and stuff, it's kind of a good payoff. Anyway, we may just want to place a bomb here and blow that up. And we killed the bees while we were at it, which is pretty cool. So we get that coarser bee honey, which is something I want to collect in this series for something a little bit later on. And hey, look at that, some bomb arrows. Now, so let's say we make that old man's dish for him. So we already have the peppers, and he needs raw meat. So quick hint when you're hunting, a big part of this game is hunting. In which case you will like physically go out and like hunt animals like with a bow and arrow, because it's going to be really hard to get up close. Now you can get up close, but it is quite difficult indeed. So you're going to want to stay back with a bow and arrow, and preferably a stronger one than what I have right now. So I actually happen to know where one is, and I just didn't pick it up in the last episode. And so yeah, if your stamina wheel runs out, Link will be too tired to do literally anything. He won't be able to climb, run, different things like that. So be cautious of that when you're like out doing things. So actually there's a ladder right here that I want to climb up. and we can actually jump up this thing. Now, if Link runs out of stamina while on the ladder, it's no big deal because he regains it while he's on the ladder. He doesn't actually use it up, which is pretty neat. And we can actually run up this thing and make our way all the way to the top. And I actually want to head over here to the Temple of Time. And there's a chest up here. So, we open this up. It's a soldier's bow. But our inventory's full. Because of course it is. So, let's just drop this. And open this up again. And grab the soldier's bow. And, nope, I want to swap over to the soldier's bow because it's going to be a little bit stronger than what we have right now. Now, what we can do from here is we can actually just grab onto the wall, and then... That's not really what I wanted to do. Link almost died. But, that's okay. He's not dead, so, I mean, we're pretty safe. Now, he said he forgot the other ingredient for his dish, but he said it was spicy meat and seafood fries. So, actually, if we hop down in the water, we should be able to see them around here somewhere. I actually want to get over to this center island real quick. They should be swimming around, possibly, maybe. Anyway, we should see some fish swimming around here. And, ooh, there's a rusty broadsword. Cool, I guess. Let me drop just this and pick it up. I don't think it does a little more damage, but it's super old. And I don't think we can pick up this rock, no. Yeah, there's one right down there, you can see him. And if we blow up our bomb, we can basically do some fishing. And as you can see, there he is. He's just hanging out in the water. And, oh, we actually got two of them. And these are hydro bass. And, ooh, we might actually be down here if we're not careful. We could get just the one, but, I'm gonna go one more. I think I saw one over there. Oh, we actually got two more. Sweet. So let's pick those up, and then, we'll actually head out of here. So, cooking is actually very important in this game if you want special benefits and things like that. And, oh, there was a lizard there, and we could pick him up. It's a hightail lizard. They can also be used for different ingredients. Specifically, I think, speed. Now, actually, I want to jump down through here and land in between there. And this guy up here needs a Korok. You found me. Huh? You're not Hestu. I don't know who that is, but okay. But you can see me. I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hestu, please return this to him. Korok seed. It's a small seed given to you by Korok. It has a distinct smell. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what might happen. Oh, my friends are hiding in a lot of different places, too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places. Alright, so those are Korok seeds. The name implies that they're seeds from the Koroks. I don't want to think too much about what exactly they are, but I'll let you guys, I guess, have your imagination run wild. Anyway, now that we've done that, we need to get over here into this like northern area because there is a forest and animals tend to like to hang around here. So we actually probably want to like climb on down or fall. Either one works, I guess. And we basically want to be super sneaky and look around for animals like that guy right over there. It's a boar. Now, you want to be able to get close enough to be able to take these guys out with one shot if you can. Now, make sure you don't shoot them with a fire arrow or a bomb arrow because that will immediately cook their meat instantly when they die. If you shoot them with an ice arrow, it'll actually freeze their meat, which is not good either. So let's just take the shot. And there we go. Since he was pretty much caught off by surprise, I assume that's why it was so easy to take him out. At least that's what I want to say. And we got some raw meat. Sweet. Now I believe I saw some smoke right over there. Oh, and there was a boar right up there, and he went running. I just happened to see him at the last minute, sadly. But there's some smoke over here. In fact, there he is, the old man himself. Oh, and there's actually a bird up there, and we can actually shoot him too, and take him out as well. and his meat landed up top, because of course it did. Raw bird drumstick. Sweet. Well, 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 so we meet again. What are you doing? Didn't you see me? That I'm hunting here? Don't scare off my prey like that. At least crouch down a bit. Alright, so let's take this guy out, why don't we? There we go, we got him. Sweet. We'll also grab this mushroom while we're at it. And grab a little bit more meat. And there's a camp right here. Maybe we can go take this on. But I think I'll leave it for later on. But anyway, I want to talk about those Korok seeds. So if you know anything about this game, you know that there are 900 Korok seeds in the entire game. Now, some of them we may collect in episodes. I want to try not to, though. Because it's not really helpful, because we all spread out and you guys probably wouldn't like really catch on to like what's going on. And oh, there's a traveler's bow. We can get rid of another one of those Deku or Boko bows, because these are a little bit stronger, just a little bit though. Anyway, we can either sit by this fire, or we can go in here and press X to hold, and then basically get everything that we need to cook this meal. So we need one piece of raw meat, one piece of Hyrule bass, and one spicy pepper. And then press A to cook it. And here we go. And we got spicy meat and seafood fry. It grants us a low level cold resistance for 3 minutes, and also restores our health. And then now we can actually go in here, and now that we have our food and stuff, we can press A on it, and then we can see recipe, and it will give you the recipe, so now you'll always be able to go back and see how to cook something. So he's over here hunting, so let's say we head back to his hut and kind of just wait on him over there. Actually, there's a patch of we'll actually leave that alone. It's actually another Korok seed, so grab it if you want, but I want to make a whole episode dedicated just to like each individual area's Korok seed. Got them both. Wow. Sharpshooter over here. Not really. I'm usually pretty good with the bow and arrow, and you'll kind of want to get that way too, I guess, because the bow and arrow is pretty useful in this game. And actually, let's just warp over to the shrine that we started this episode at, and then we'll make our way to his hut. Now, the old man will appear in many different places. Like, he'll appear there, and if we were to keep walking, he may appear back up at his hut, his little area where we first met him, under that rock. He may also be in his hut. He may also be cutting down trees. There's like a million different places he can be, and he kind of moves around all over the place. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him in his hut. So let's head over there. But yeah, I want to make each region's like own Korok video. So like if we check out our map here, you can see that this small area has been filled in with because of the tower. Well, each of these areas that have lines on the map have their own tower. So there's quite a bit of towers. There's not too many though, and we'll slowly fill out the entire map as we continue on through the game. It's not too difficult. Kind of on your way as you're making your way to different areas that you need to make your way to. So like we'll have a great Plateau episode for all of the Korok seeds. We'll have a video for this region, up here, down here, here, basically every single area. And that's all that we'll do. And I know I said this a lot, but sorry if there's any like major disturbances in the background. Like noise-wise. I mean, I do have other people that do live with me, so if you hear any slight noises, like maybe a door opening or the door closing shut, it's because they're forgetful people, I guess. Because, you know, I'm usually like, hey, make sure you guys, like, keep the noise to a bare minimum, but they like to forget sometimes, and yeah, it's pretty difficult to record, honestly, around here. But I mean, I don't want to like not get videos up for you guys just because people don't know how to be quiet. So Trying to work on like getting some kind of room set up to, like for like a just for recording, like at least somewhere other than my own home, because like I know my grandparents' house. I'm honestly thankful, they're still around and stuff. And see, look, there's the old man right over there. So let's go talk to him actually. But it's yeah, like they have a bunch of rooms like in their basement that I could use and stuff. And oh, fancy that! So we meet again. What are you doing? Thought this tree might make for some good firewood. However, getting a tree to fall exactly where you want is quite an art. The trick is to turn your hips so they face where you want the tree to land. So, I see you found my axe. Why not help out and give it a few swings? I'm working up quite a sweat here, but these bones could use a break. Alright, sure thing. So let's just go like this, and do it like this. Whoa! We almost just took out the old man. Oh, sorry, mate. Let's just. Oh, I see you did my work for me. Wonderful. Go ahead and take some of that wood for yourself. Don't be shy now. Kind of already did that. So why don't you head back over here to your hut here and come on now, friend, because I have something to give you. Specifically, your favorite dish that you so desperately wanted. So, like, you could hurry up, please. Maybe. Or just continue to walk really slow. That works, too. Alright, I guess we're just waiting then. Alright, come on. You can sit down here. Maybe. Perhaps. There's a few things delightful as a roaring fire. What are you doing? The body of mine isn't what it used to be. Recovering from a bout of hard work takes a while. If you're hungry, I have an empty pot you can use to cook a meal for yourself. I cooked something actually. Wait, is that? That looks just like my signature perfect dish. Spicy meat and seafood fry. But how did you... Well, I suppose that is not important. Can I trouble you to share the recipe? Of course. Hyrule Bass. How could I have forgotten? Well done. Now please allow me to reward your culinary efforts with this warm doublet. Alrighty, thank you, old man. With that, you'll be able to resist the bite of colder environments. As for me, I know a great spicy meat and seafood fry recipe, so I can do without that warm doublet. Alright, sweet. So now we have the warm doublet, which will keep us warm in cold areas. So if you look down at your temperature gauge down there in the bottom right hand corner, just to the left of your map, you will see that the blue line there has kind of moved closer to like the extremes, because Link will no longer freeze in those kind of temperatures. And I want to leave this on just because I think it looks better than our shirt, even though it is kind of itchy. It doesn't really bother Link all that much, which is okay. It's really what we want. So let's say we go ahead and head to our next shrine, because most of them are going to be in the colder environments. So all we need to do is make our way up here kind of behind the Temple of Time, and we'll see a little path here that makes its way over here, and there's one shrine way up there, and we'll make our way to that one eventually. But I think I want to head to the one that's marked in the blue just to our left, and we have some more spicy peppers over here that we can grab. Once we make our way in here, the temperature will drop, but luckily for us we have the warm doublet, so we don't need to worry about it. So we want to actually make our way up this way, and it should be pretty much straight in front of us over that hill. So actually, once we get here, we want to make our way to the right, and then I guess we can climb up that rock right there, and then we should be good to go from here. I actually forgot what's right up here on the other side of this cliff. So if we just climb and pop up, and oh yes, there's some they're moblins or they're bokoblins. I don't know why I thought they were moblins. Moblins, no, those aren't moblins. Well, we'll meet some moblins later on, but these are. You don't see me. Neither do you. It's okay. guys. You don't see me. Alright, so this shrine is like right here over this edge, and it's actually just below us. So, I actually want to take those guys out first. So, let's actually push this boulder down, and it'll actually roll all the way down, and it should take these guys out, if I'm correct. Or not. Okay, so, yeah, you know what, we'll leave them be. But, the shrine is actually right down here, I believe. So we can just hop down here, and there it is, the next shrine. Now, technically, if you remember that little gap where the cave was over the valley right down there, we actually made our way just down there and collected a chest. And you could technically find your way up here if you climbed, but it would be quite difficult. So I wouldn't advise it, but if you can do it, by all means, just climb. But we took the easier route and made our way up to the top here from the snowy plateau up there. And now we can make our way inside, and I'm just going to be skipping these cutscenes throughout the pretty much the rest of the game, because it's pretty much all the same. Because the monks do say something slightly different, like at the end, or at least the last one did. And by the way, this is the Stasis Shrine. These are different than the first two that we've gone to, and I will say they're used a little bit less, but they are kind of fun to use. So Sheikah Slate authenticated Distilling Rune, but they're not used as much, but the puzzles involved are like really well thought out by Nintendo. So like, thank you, Nintendo, for having such great game design when it comes to that. And this is the Stasis Rune, and we can stop the flow of time for an object. Rune extracted. And basically what this does is it will stop anything for a specific amount of time, and allows you to basically store up energy and to move it. So we can stop this, and then we can run across this platform, and then you can also stop it and allow it to go again, and it'll actually help your stasis recharge a bit faster, because you have to let it kind of recharge. See, this boulder, if you get hit, it's probably going to kill you. So we gotta go play. Oh, wow, that was close. Link, that was too close. Let this roll by, and another one won't roll down as long as that one's frozen. And while we do that, we can, this chest will actually move, and then we get a traveler's shield. I actually want that, so give it to me, please. We'll drop the pot lid and get the traveler's shield. Sweet. And I actually want to equip that. And yeah, you can just keep rolling. And over here, this rock is blocking our path, but we have a brand new item that we can, I want the shield, and I want to get rid of, we'll get rid of the axe. The axe isn't really, well, no, we'll get rid of the Boko Club. And we'll pick this up. This is an iron sledgehammer. It's used for mining, but it works as a weapon as well. Yeah, so we can knock enemies away with the sledgehammer. But stasis also allows us to store up kinetic energy, so we can simply spin and hit something like that, and basically store up a lot of energy, and then when it releases, the thing goes flying. And so that'll be useful later on, probably, but for right now we don't really need to worry about it. So anyway, that is the end of our shrine here. And another thing that I really like about this game is how it teaches the player everything that it needs to know about like the game mechanics before they get off the Great Plateau, but it doesn't like hold your hand. Like, you learn it kind of organically, and all the monks on the plateau will say that same thing, and they'll give you the spirit orb and whatnot, and then we'll collect it and see. We get a spirit orb, and that's now 3 that we have. And every time you complete a shrine, your hearts get refilled, and then she'll say that you got a smile upon you. Goddess smile upon you, and then they'll disappear. It's the same thing, so we're just going to be skipping it. And then, oh, right there, rumor has it, 4 spirits called Koroks like to hide in unexpected places. Yeah, there's 900 of those in the game, and we'll be collecting all of them, but they'll have their own separate video, except for this one. And then again, I may come over some in like episodes on accident, and so if that's the case, I will show it in the like Korok Seed video, and I'll just show what they are. But I won't actually be able to do the puzzle for you guys. And but anyway, I think we've just about run out of time for this episode here. So if you like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.